Alrighty, I think we are live right now in the Healing Rosie Facebook group. So, hello, everybody. I'm really excited that after some challenging technical difficulties this morning, we are live with Dr. Mariza Snyder. I posted in the group that we were going to be doing a live with her, and I've got lots of questions from you guys that I'm really excited to ask Mariza. And one of the things that I love about Mariza's work is that she really simplifies and demystifies this whole essential oil and detoxification thing. We had her as a speaker for the Fix Your Female Hormones event that we did in October. And her talk was one of my favorite because it was so utterly practical on how we can use essential oils to really help us to detoxify our environments, to have more energy, to support our hormone issues. It's almost snake oilish in all of the uses and all of the ways that you can use essential oils to really support your healing journey. So, Mariza, I'm super excited that you're here. And I would love for you to talk to us just a little bit about the projects that you have coming up. I know that you've got a masterclass starting, and there's a lot of cool things happening in your neck of the woods. Why don't you bring us up to speed?
Yeah, so I've got a book coming out, which I'm so excited about, sitting right here. And this is going to be inspiration for a little project that I was working on over the summertime. You know, I had the opportunity to survey about 10,000 women in the last couple of months, and I was just asking them, you know, what are the main concerns for you? What are things that are coming up for you all the time in terms of your health and how you want your hormones to function? And the three things that came up were number one, that they were feeling tired, that they were feeling fatigued, probably mid-afternoon, and brain fogged, like they weren't able to get focused and get clarity. So that was the first thing. Number two was that they were struggling with unexplained weight gain. Like no matter what they did, no matter how many spin classes they went to, for some reason things were not moving. The scale was not budging. And then the last one was going to be stress, that they were feeling that they felt stress, and there were moments in their day that they had felt overwhelmed. And so I felt like it was important to really tackle those particular areas as well and really leverage the use of oils, self-care, and nutrition to create something that can get women back to where they want to go. What I love about oils so much is that you can really leverage them to get more energy, to come out of that like that brain fog instantly, to help to get rid of those cravings and to make sure that you're disrupting the stress. You're basically disrupting the stress cycle. So you're feeling a little bit more like you are just in your own body, feeling good. So that was why it was the impetus for me to create this new little 3-part series, because I wanted to be able to give women those instant wins when, if those were the things that they were struggling with every single day, we really have solutions for them.
Yeah. So two things come up a lot, or actually 3 areas come up a lot whenever I hear women talking about essential oils: stress, sleep, and home cleaning, like really detoxifying your environment. So one of the things that we know is that one of the big reasons that as women we're struggling with all these hormone issues is because of all the endocrine disruptors in our environment, all the chemicals in the cleaning products we use, all the synthetics that are releasing these gases that are, basically toxifying our body. And one of the great things the essential oils can do is, first of all, help you just not have such a toxic environment, but also support detoxification. So why don't you kind of fill us in a little bit here for those that maybe aren't familiar with all the benefits of essential oils around stress, sleep, and detoxification? Why don't you give us some brief hacks that would really help us to get some quick wins with oils?
Absolutely. Well, I mean, and it's a real thing, the toxic bombardment that we're exposed to every single day. What the average woman is exposed to 100 toxins every single day just by doing you, right? And so that was a major issue for me. I kept on showing up in my labs as having more estrogen than I should. And I had done a lot of the work. I was eating a lot of the right foods. I had lowered my stress levels. Like a lot of things in my life had shifted, but yet I was still showing up on the test results that it was high. And I was like, okay, well, what is going on? And I realized that a couple of the products that I used had a significant amount of endocrine disruptors in them. It was a lotion that I was using, and I want to say it was like a conditioner or something like that. And maybe it was even a makeup, but I remember looking at the ingredients in those products and thinking to myself, like, this is what's getting me in trouble. And the second that I removed those and replace them with something else is when I was really able to finally get estrogen levels down. So women could be doing all the right things, but yet using products that are actually consistently putting on those excess estrogens into their system at a very kind of a consistent and alarming rate. So what I recommend, what I love about oils is, yes, you can absolutely remake your entire house, your medicine cabinet, your cleaning cabinet, your personal care. And I know personal care items are a little bit harder to get rid of because you have such an attachment to them. You know, there were products that I used for many, many years that I loved, that I didn't want to get rid of, but I was like, this isn't serving me. So you can leverage the use of oils to make, I mean, and it's all relative. You may not want to make all of your personal care products, but what I do love about oils is leveraging them to make your own medicine cabinet products, like things for digestive upset or things for immune system support or even sleep every single day. You can use those as your first line of defense instead of something else. But the thing is that we are exposed to a lot of environmental toxins every day, and there's a lot that we can't necessarily do about it. So what I really think is super important is that women really strongly consider resetting the body, giving their body an opportunity to reset their, and what a detox really comes down to is clearing out the gunk, clearing out the receptor sites that your hormones may not be able to bind to, and allow for those hormones and those receptor sites to work properly. But also give your liver a reset, give your digestive system a reset. I think those are so, so important for really getting our body back on track. So often women are struggling with gut issues or they're struggling with their liver, and that we don't realize that there's such a major implication to what's going on within our hormones as well. And so that's just something that I've been doing a lot of research on. When I really was able to come out of my hormone fog was when I was able to give my body that reset that I needed so badly.
So is there a way, can you give us some like insight into how we might use essential oils to do like a liver reset or some kind of detoxification reset for our bodies?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's a combination of things. Clearly, food plays a major role here, but there are definitely essential oils that can play a big role in helping to support the body detoxify as well. Oils like cypress and geranium and grapefruit, they're wonderful for lymphatic drainage. You know, so applying those, like I have a little blend that is just I'd have to pull it out of my Smart Mom's book, but I have a blend where you mix it up with coconut oil and you could apply it. So it's a combination. I think it's like in a tablespoon of coconut oil, it's 3 drops of grapefruit, 2 drops of cypress, and a couple drops of geranium. And you would then just basically apply it like you would do a lotion, and then you would do dry brushing. Because dry brushing helps to move the lymphatics out as well. But the combination of the dry brushing and the essential oils really allows for the detoxification experience. Another thing I recommend at least once a month is a detoxification bath, because baths tend to, especially with the apple cider vinegar, the baking soda, the magnesium salts, along with the essential oils, will actually pull toxins out of the body. And go-to oils for that I love are ginger, rosemary, eucalyptus, or grapefruit that I mentioned before. All of these are wonderful detoxifiers. And then I do have a Love Your Liver blend. I did a podcast recently on loving your liver to hormone balance. And it's in my Instagram. You know, I don't always have all these recipes memorized. Like I have a ton of recipes in my Instagram account. So let me just find my Love Your Liver blend. It is a 10 ml roller like this, just like this. This is my Superwoman blend, but we're just going to pretend it's my Love Your Liver blend today. And it is 5 drops of geranium, 5 drops of frankincense, 3 drops of ginger, 3 drops of grapefruit, and 2 drops of rosemary. And each and every one of those oils have been researched to help the phase 1 and phase 2 detoxification inside of the liver, which is really what we want to ensure that we're breaking down those metabolites along with everything else the liver is trying to do. Another essential oil that I love for the liver most particularly is turmeric. Now, we know about curcumin, we know how great turmeric is, but turmeric essential oil which I don't have in front of me, but it's amazing. Not only does it boost glutathione levels, but it also helps with phase 1 liver detoxification. So it's an amazing essential oil for not only reducing inflammation in the body, but also helping to support the liver. And normally I recommend it in a capsule, or you can make it in like a golden milk. You know, people are making golden chais everywhere. Or you can do it under the tongue. Just a heads up, turmeric tastes awful. Turmeric oil tastes awful. But the alpha turmerones and the beta turmerones and the curcumin in turmeric is like 10x what you would normally take in a high quality supplement. So for me, I take turmeric every single day in oil form.
Yeah. So you were mentioning these blends. How are you taking the blend? So we mix it up, obviously. And then is this like 3 times a day? We're inhaling or rolling it on, or what are we doing with all this stuff?
So a Love Your Liver blend is really kind of a night blend. I feel like that's when your liver gets its opportunity to restore. At all the rest of the hours of the day, your liver is working it's working all day, but like it's usually the restoration period is when we're going to sleep. So when I apply the Love Your Liver blend, it's usually at night. And you can do it with like if you were really going to go and support your liver in a big way, I would do a castor oil pack. And you can buy castor oil packs, or you can buy castor oil, make a little pack. And I usually say, roll the essential oil over the liver. So right underneath the right rib cage, kind of the biggest organ in the body. Then you're going to apply the castor oil pack for 30 minutes, or you can do it overnight. Or if you wanted to, that blend, you could actually 3x the blend, 3 times it, put it in another bottle, and then add 3 to 5 drops of that blend into a detox bath.
Mm-hmm. Okay, awesome. So talk to us about sleep.
Yeah,
tell us
all
the
day.
right concoction for sleep. I actually diffuse oils, and it seems to help sleep. I think the main thing I'll diffuse at night is like lavender and cedarwood, maybe peppermint.
Peppermint is more of an energizer. I love that you're using it for sleep.
Oh my God, it's awesome for me.
It's awesome. Everyone's chemistry is different. So yes, so sleep, there are oils, the chemistry in a lot of certain oils can really help to shut down the mental chatter, help to boost GABA levels so that you're getting a better night's sleep. Now, the cool thing about oils is not only the chemistry that we're leveraging here that can really shut down the brain in a big way, but also it's the intention of using them every single night. So we have a diffuser in our bedroom, just like you, where I have a little stash. My top 5 sleep oils are sitting right next to my diffuser. Those top 5 sleep oils are going to be vetiver, lavender, cedarwood, Roman chamomile, and clary sage. Those are the top 5. And research-wise, those are the ones that we see show up the most. And I mix it up, because I love to, I never know what I'm going to do. But usually my favorite combination, like if I had to name a combo that really gets the job done, from night terrors to women waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning, it is a combination of lavender, cedarwood, and vetiver. And I usually do 2 to 3 drops of each. And if it's a situation where you find yourself waking up in the middle of the night, like those oils, they're going to knock you out. Particularly the cedarwood and the vetiver, not only are they neurologically beneficial, but also cedarwood and vetiver are also very sedative. So they have a very sedative property to them. Like I can diffuse, they're so powerful when you combine them with lavender, is you could set up a diffuser next to somebody and I almost can guarantee that you will put them to sleep whether they like it or not. Like you could totally sabotage someone. So like if I need my husband to go to sleep, I'll put in the power blend and you can just hear like his eyes start to close. His words aren't coming out right anymore. Like he's about to fall asleep even though he doesn't know it. So if you want to sabotage somebody, especially kids, or the teenagers in your life, that's the blend to do it. But it's also, for us as adults, it's easy to choose into work. It's easy to choose in to our phone or to our iPad. It's easy to choose into that next episode on Netflix. So we're making conscious decisions to not go to sleep at night. What I love about setting up the diffuser is it's a part of an evening ritual. And that ritual, you creating the neuroplasticity around, okay, every night I do this thing. I put oils in this diffuser. I am saying to myself, I am winding down. It is time to shut off my brain. And as that chemistry combines with the intention of you wanting to get to bed or you wanting to kind of shut everything down, that's where the real magic happens. I think it's super important that we don't Tasmanian devil our way into the bed every single night, because it just doesn't work that way. We are, the to-do list starts to fire, the worry list starts to fire, all the things that you didn't accomplish that day start to happen. But if you've got that chemistry and you've got the intention, that's where you're able to really shut the brain down, because sleep is so imperative for overcoming brain fog, for having the energy that you deserve, for giving your liver the opportunity to reset, and for helping to ensure that you don't get mitochondrial dysfunction. So I can't stress enough how important sleep is. I know so many of you want it. Oils are such a powerful way to get it done.
So what about the people that are waking up in the night, probably from some kind of cortisol response?
Yes. So diffuser over the bed. So you can buy diffusers that run for 8 hours, 10 hours. I say just set the diffuser up, let it run all night, literally let it run over you. And what I have found is as those chemical constituents are churning all night long, you have a diffuser that goes off and then goes on and then goes off, but all night people will move through that slump. And if you are waking up at 3 or 4 o'clock in the after morning, usually it could be cortisol, but it also could be liver. So your liver could be kicking on. And that's usually kind of I wouldn't call it a warning sign, but just something to be mindful of.
Yeah. Okay. I got some questions here from the community. Okay. I want to jump in here because we've got some good ones. So this is from Zarina. Can essential oils raise progesterone or lower estrogen in estrogen dominance? Is thyme oil beneficial for progesterone? And does the type of thyme matter?
Great question. So yes and no. So the thing about essential oils is that they are not hormones. They're not estrogen, they're not testosterone, they're not DHEA, they're not estrogen. However, they can have an impact on our cell receptors, and they can have an impact on the hormone communication on cell receptors. So yes, there is research that demonstrates that when you combine thyme with clary sage, that you can increase progesterone. And there's other ways to do that as well, with food, with supplementation, lowering cortisol levels. There's a couple different things that you can do there. But yes, and there isn't necessarily a type of thyme that's going to get the job done. Usually whatever, and I don't really know what thyme the essential oil that I use, but I know that that's typically the type of thyme essential oil that's being used. There's not a lot of thyme essential oils out there, just like there's not a lot of basil's essential oils out there as well. Even though there's tons of strain of basil, there's usually one kind of basil essential oil, because aromatherapists and chemists have studied exactly the chemical constituents that we're looking for in that particular type of plant. So that's usually what most aromatherapy companies are using when it comes to the efficacy of that particular oil.
Is there any kind of buyer beware around oils? I know there's a lot of different essential oil companies. I'm familiar with the company that you really like. My family is really into Young Living. And there's obviously, when you go to the health food store, there's rows and rows and rows of essential oils. Are there major differences between brands?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of crap oils out there. Just like there's a lot of crap medicine, and there's a lot of crap everything. Even food, right? So yes, you have to be really mindful. And I think it's all about doing your research. I mean, if indeed you're trying to use oils to treat or support hormones or support anything in the body, then you got to go do your research. Period. I'd like to believe that you're doing your research in anything that's really helping to support the body. So what you're looking for from a company is that they're disclosing where their oils come from. They're disclosing their practices around testing, and that most of them are using some type of third party. If you go to a website and you do not see anything about how they test oils or anything about where they get their plants. Remember, oils were plants once upon a time. And if the company is not telling you where plants are coming from, or even that they have some type of plan for how they get their plants, then that's a major red flag. Now, at the grocery store, at the health food store, what I'm really looking for is a big red flag for me is all the oils priced the same? Because if all oils are priced the same, then that means that I don't know what that is. I don't know what they're using. You know, a frankincense can't be the same price as a lemon oil. I know what it takes to harvest frankincense. I know that people die harvesting frankincense. You know, lemon oil, you can get lemons anywhere. I mean, not this good lemon oil comes from Italy, actually, if you wanted to know where good lemon oil comes from. But you know, lemons are everywhere. Frankincense is in very remote parts of the world where it's like 120 degrees there. So it's a harsh conditions. They grow in harsh conditions, and it's just a very rare oil, and it's very labor intensive to get your hands on. So to say a lemon and a frankincense are both $20 or whatever they are, well, I don't know what that is, but it's not frankincense.
Yeah. Okay. This question is from Anne. Mm-hmm. Some people say it's okay to put a drop of lemon essential oil in a glass of water, and others say it's not good because the concentration is not high enough. What are your thoughts on this? And as a follow-up to that one, there was someone else in the community that chimed in and said, I would advise to not drink essential oils. So give us some clarity.
Absolutely. I don't think people should just be willy-nilly drinking a bunch of oils. I think that there should be a real purpose and a real function to it. Like I said, I do turmeric in a capsule every single day, but I was taking turmeric capsules well before I was doing that with essential oils. I say it's got to be a targeted reason why you're taking essential oils internally. There are benefits to, you know, if you have a gallon or a half gallon of water and you do 1 drop of lemon essential oil, and you add lemon oil to that. Remember, lemon juice and lemon oil are 2 different things, and there are benefits to both. But yes, I don't want people just chugging down essential oils for no real particular reason. I think that you should always work with somebody when you're leveraging oils on a systemic level, on an internal level. But you know, my grandfather who just passed, he just died from pancreatic cancer 3 days ago. We had him on a pretty serious regimen of oils, and he survived pancreatic cancer for 5 years. And I know that the oils played a major role in that. And yes, we had him on an internal protocol, but he was taking them in capsules. So we were being really mindful about that. So I said, you know, so it's all relative. If you're taking essential oils for digestive support, like maybe you've got severe digestive issues and you find that internally it's getting the job done, I don't necessarily see an issue with that. It's just, you know, I don't necessarily also recommend taking oregano a lot internally. So it depends. The research that's coming out, we're finding that yes, essential oils can kind of disrupt some mucous membranes depending on the consistency of using them. But that's what our mucous membranes are for. But the thing also, we get so many benefits from internally, but aromatically and topically using them. You can pretty much get away with using them aromatically and topically and getting some of the same biggest benefits. So to me, you got to just have a real specific reason why you're taking them internally, and then be really mindful about any medicine that you're taking internally.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But yeah, and I mean, just to say that, you know, lavender oil is one of the #1 prescribed remedies for anxiety in Europe, and it's an internal dosage. Mm-hmm. So it's, you know, there's a lot of research that's showing that internal usage isn't as scary as people think, but like I said, it needs to be targeted.
Yeah. Okay. The next question is from Laura. I'd like to have a definitive answer on which essential oil can be beneficial when trying to conceive versus which ones to most definitely steer away from.
There's a big list for those to steer away from. I'm not going to list all of them right now. You can buy my book, girl, The Smart Mom's Guide to Essential Oils. I've got them all listed there, but it's a decent sized list. There's no one oil that's going to boost fertility. It's a multifaceted, you know, there's a lot that goes into it. I have a 4-step system for boosting fertility. I don't necessarily have that all up right now. And I mean, I can share that another time. I do have an enhanced fertility blend that, with reducing your toxic load and getting your gut right, and reducing stress levels, that you are really setting the stage for ensuring that you're more fertile than not. But you know, there's a lot of things that could be going on with infertility. You know, is essential oils going to boost, you know, your luteinizing hormone? I can't necessarily guarantee that's going to be the case. Potentially, but there's just a lot of moving parts when it comes to fertility. And unfortunately, there's no magic bullet in essential oils that are going to get you your fertility back necessarily. But if you want my enhanced fertility blend, I can give it. But just note that it's just one tool in the toolbox for helping to support your body.
Yeah. Awesome. Do you want to take some time to do that now, or?
Yeah, well, you can ask me the next question. I got to find the blend.
Okay.
I don't have it memorized.
Okay, no worries. One of the things that I think would be super helpful, there's a couple, I remember even from our conversation last year, there's a couple of little tips that you give around kind of getting an afternoon pick-me-up from essential oils if you're feeling really stressed or really tired. And those hacks were so great. I had a lot of women commenting on it. So I think it would be awesome for you just to kind of share some great hacks for the afternoon pick-me-up when people are feeling really fatigued, or if someone's feeling extra stressed and they just need to slow down and reel in their sympathetic nervous system.
Absolutely. So instant energy, that's what's so great about, again, the chemistry out there. We know that citruses with their monoterpene and limonene content are great for giving you that energy boost, but also peppermint. So peppermint's more research for giving you instant energy than shutting down the brain, because the menthol content in there is an activator. Not only does peppermint allow more oxygen into the brain, which is going to keep us more alert, and it's going to give us a better working memory, because that's what we're looking for. When it comes to that instant energy, we want more alertness, we want more working memory, we want more kind of that instant productivity. So I love that combination of citruses and mints. So lemon and spearmint, grapefruit and peppermint, wild orange and peppermint, those are going to be the things when you just combine 1 drop of each on your palms, and it's the aromatherapy. So you really want to connect in with the limbic brain, because it's the brain that's going to wake you back up. So just breathing those oils in is going to give you that instant energy. I have a Brain Fog Be Gone blend that I love as well, and I can share that with you in just a second. I just pulled up the enhanced fertility blend, but let me pull up my Brain Fog Be Gone blend, because research has demonstrated that not only does rosemary help to boost working memory, but rosemary is phenomenal for helping to boost memory by 75% and productivity. So I have a Brain Fog Be Gone blend that is also, I consider to be this amazing instant energy blend, especially for boosting cognitive function, which I don't know about you, but I love that. So it is 8 drops of wild orange, 7 drops of bergamot, because again, we want those citrus oils for a lot of there's neurotransmitter boosting, rosemary with the 1,8 cinnalol, peppermint because of all the menthol content and the oxygen of the brain, and then 3 drops, so 5 drops of rosemary, 5 drops of peppermint, and 3 drops of frankincense. So it's in a 10 ml roller like this. You just add all the oils in there, and voila. I would be applying to the back of the neck, my temples, behind the ears, on my palms to get that instant energy. And then I have 2 minutes before I have a massive call I have to get on. So I'm going to just pull up that fertility blend really quickly. Let me just find it again. I lost it because I left to the other one. So my enhanced fertility blend is going to be another 10 ml roller. And this is over the ovaries. It can be on the ankles, bottom of the feet. Those are usually the best places to put it. You can also put it inside of the inner arm. Oils are lipophilic. We just want to get them into the system. So, those are some key places. I love path of least resistance. So if indeed we're trying to kind of get the ovaries to do what they're supposed to do, over the ovaries is a great idea. So 3 inches below the belly button, but also again on right here is such a great place, and on the wrist. So the enhanced fertility blend is 12 drops of clary sage, 10 drops of geranium. And mind you, these are all amazing fertility oils, and the combination is probably one of the best fertility blends I've seen out there. But again, it's a part of a comprehensive plan. So unfortunately, this blend isn't going to be the blend that's gonna get you pregnant necessarily. So 12 drops of clary sage, 10 drops of geranium, 8 drops of fennel, 5 drops of lavender, and 5 drops of bergamot in a 10 ml roller, and then over those areas that I talked about.
Awesome. Well, this is great. I love all your tips. It's so fun to hear all the things that we can do with essential oils to support what we're dealing with. And I know sometimes we can feel, women in my community anyway, can feel really frustrated at the challenges they're dealing with because They're not getting support from their doctors and different things like that. So anything that really helps us to feel empowered around doing something to support our situation can really make a difference for us. So thanks for stopping by and sharing and being patient with our technical difficulties. I'm really glad we got to spend a few minutes together today.
Yeah, I mean, it's, and I love oils, and there are definitely oils in some instances that will immediately solve the problem. They can kind of be the magic bullet. But when we're talking about a massive system like the reproductive system, we're talking about, digestive system. It's a combination effort. So, and really at the end of the day, I think the big message that I want to give to you is that our bodies are ripe for healing miracles. And it's really about not only being mindful about what's going on with your body, but knowing that you can leverage essential oils with lifestyle. Lifestyle is such the ticket. And if someone is looking to get pregnant and looking to clear up the reproductive system, I think a detox is one of the best things that you can do, is to really help to reset the system. I find that it's gut issues. I find that it's oftentimes we just have messed up receptor sites, and we've got a lot of stress going on in our life. So anyway, yeah, it was awesome. A pleasure.
Well, thanks for stopping by. You guys make sure you go out and get Mariza's new book. When is your book available?
February 12th. So
February
right now,
12th.
Yes, you can pre-order it. And I've got I have $300 worth in pre-order bonuses at my website, drmariza.com/hormone book. So if you decide to pre-order it, we have a lot of people doing that right now. I have bonuses that you can use instantly to start to balance your hormones. So awesome. Along with awesome blends, you guys are going to love that.
Awesome. All right. Well, thanks for stopping by. We'll see you guys later. Thank you.